Today we're gonna make a cheap camera look cinematic on a budget.
Oh my God! Wow!
That's right, we're taking a cheap camera. Today I'm filming on a Canon M50 Mark II. It's a relatively cheap camera. You can get it refurbished for about 500 bucks, as well as a cheap lens that you can get on Amazon for like 200 bucks. So that's a pretty cheap starter kit for a pretty decent camera, but you have to know how to use it in order to get it to where you saw at the beginning of this video. And that all starts with settings. Right now, my settings are not great. I've got the ISO jacked up to 100 and whoa. Right now I've got my ISO jacked to 12,800. My aperture is at f10. Okay, we're gonna pause the video really quick because I noticed while watching this video where I'm trying to make it look cinematic, my mic keeps popping. Example.
To 12,000.
So in my next video in the future, I will have to invest in a little wind cover so you guys don't have to hear that, but back to the video. And so things are just all over the place. So we have to fix those first. We're gonna go ahead and adjust those to the light that's in the room now. Okay, so now that we've fixed that, right, it's a little bit darker, but we have a blurry background thanks to the aperture, and things should be a little bit less noisy. The next step in that is gonna be the lighting, and there's a couple of windows in this room and I don't have any of my lights on, so what I'm gonna do is close the windows because we wanna have full control over our light because we want to make it look cinematic. It doesn't always just happen that way. Sometimes it does, but in this scenario, we're gonna do it, right, hands-on. Gonna close the windows and turn on these lights, and hopefully it should start to look a lot better. All right, this should hopefully be looking a lot more cinematic. I've turned off. I've closed the windows and I've turned on a couple of lights in the room. I've got this one with the softbox shining down right on me. I've got this one behind me kind of as a hair light just to catch those corners of my face. Last thing that you can do, we have our lighting set, we have our camera settings set, is throw on a color grade or a LUT or whatever capacity you are able to, something that's gonna take your colors and boost them a little bit and make the contrast a little bit better, something, well, like this. Hopefully the shot looks a little bit nicer, looks less flat, doesn't look weird, right? Everything looks good and clear and nice and deep. The colors are pulled out, and that's kind of the last step. You can do that in most editors, a lot of free editors as well. CapCut you can do that in as well. You can do it on your phone with some free apps. And that's pretty much it. It really doesn't take that much to make something look cinematic, but to get deep for a second, cinematic isn't always the most expensive camera. It's not always the $10,000 camera or the $20,000 lens kit. Rather, it might just be what looks artistic to you, right? Because things are different to everybody. And cinematic, you know, it can be artistic, it can be simple. This is, I would take more of a, I would say this is more of like a YouTube style shot rather than a movie. But there's movies that are really lit, that are really dark, that are really bright and happy, that are doomy and gloomy. It all depends. But as long as you hone in on your settings and your shot looks clear, the cinematic part is kind of up to your imagination. And then again, it doesn't always mean you have to have the nicest or the newest camera. You kind of just have to know how to use it to make it look good, and then your creativity will take it from there and make it cinematic. So I hope this helped you a little bit just on a few quick steps to make your shot look better if you were struggling and it looked like how it looked before. Quick look at the settings, quick lighting change, and things start to look a lot better. And if you want a better understanding of the actual settings like that I changed in this video to achieve this look, you can click right here at a video that I made where I kind of go over all of the settings more in depth, and hopefully it'll help you more there. But thank you guys for watching. I hope this helped you, and I hope that you subscribe and let me know in the comments what you want to see from me next. If you have any questions, I'll be happy to help. See y'all.